All right, welcome to everyone who's joining us live. My name is Jessie Byrne. I'm a senior reporter with Federal Times, and today I'm talking with Vince Micone, who's the chair of the combined federal campaign of the National Capital Area. So Vince, thank you for joining us.
Good morning, Jessie, and thank you, and thanks for everyone who's watching right now.
So Vince, my first question for you is, for those that are unfamiliar, what is the combined federal campaign of the National Capital Area?
The combined federal campaign of the National Capital Area is the federal government's opportunity to have employees contribute to charities, both volunteer hours or cash, through an organized process that OPM handles, where charities register to be in the campaign, they're cleared, and we provide employees for a several-month period an opportunity to go to one portal and make their pledges to these organizations.
And why is it that a single giving portal is a better campaign strategy than simply using multiple charity donation methods?
Well, for the past years, there were a number of portals all across the country, depending on where federal employees lived and worked, so that they could contribute to local charities. This year, for the first time, OPM pulled all of those opportunities together in one portal where employees could go wherever they're at in the United States or around the world to make their pledge and contribution. So by doing that, we've actually saved money and made the campaign cheaper to administer, and also made it more convenient for employees to give. So yeah, employees in the National Capital Area may not have noticed the difference, except that they were going to a new portal. But on the back end side of things, it helped us enormously with the efficiency of the campaign, which means that more of the donors' contributions are going directly to the charities that they pledge to.
And you all now have a new deadline, which is in January. So what was the decision to extend the deadline into January, and why does that make a difference?
The decision to extend the deadline had to do with the fact that early in October, there was a special solicitation out for those who were impacted by the hurricanes. So to allow for that special solicitation of federal employees to continue, OPM decided to give us a few more weeks on the back end of the campaign in January for us to complete our solicitation process. And we're actually very happy about that, because frankly, employees will be giving this week. Next week, obviously, will be a quiet week from us, but when we get back from the holiday vacation period, employees still want to give, and they're thinking about taxes, and they're thinking about making their last contributions that they can make through CFC. So it's a real great opportunity for us to use that time in early January to get those final contributions to the campaign and to allow employees to participate. So it was a very positive thing for us, and also it was a great opportunity in October for federal employees to be able to contribute specifically to hurricane relief.
And you also have a new volunteering aspect of the campaign. So what motivated that expansion, and what kind of results are you hoping to see?
So we're thrilled about that. So for the first time ever in CFC's history of 56 years, federal employees across the country and here in the National Capital Region can pledge volunteer hours to the charities that they care about. Always, we've encouraged employees to volunteer and to give dollars to those causes that mean the most to them. But people now can show some love by actually saying, I want to give X number of hours throughout the year to this particular charity. Now, there's two sides to that. The charities involved need to actually register and say they want to accept volunteer hours and have a process by which they can follow up with federal employees who agree to give that way. And on our end, we need to make sure that it's easy for employees to get registered and do so. We didn't set a baseline for this year because it's the first time we've done it, but we've been thrilled by the fact that we have learned that up to today, we've had over 30,000 volunteer hours pledged to those charities in the campaign that have agreed to accept those volunteer hours. So that's in addition to the dollars, and that's the sort of service that will really help connect federal employees to those causes and charities that mean the most to them.
Congratulations on those numbers. And you've also made some changes that make, more direct donor funds to charities. So how do those changes work?
Well, what we've done when we have the centralized portal, it allows federal employees to give to charities that are cleared to participate in the campaign anywhere in the country or around the world. So, for example, I lost a loved one to Alzheimer's this year, and I actually can give to an organization in the town, my hometown, through CFC. I hadn't been able to do that before. We had one centralized portal and one way for employees to give. So it opens the opportunity for employees to give to a much broader variety of organizations nationwide and around the world that are serving needs.
Well, Vince, thank you so much for taking the time to come talk to me about CFC, and best of luck in your fundraising endeavors.
Well, thank you, and I would encourage all federal employees, it's not too late to give. Please show some love through the Combined Federal Campaign. Go to CFCNCA.org and you'll be able to get to our donor portal. Thanks, and happy holidays, everybody.
And I want to thank everyone